Okay, I need help with this. Right now, I've got the radio is already programmed. The throttle curves are linear in normal 1 and 2, 0 to 100. Hold is activated. Okay, I'm using the YGE 120LV with BEC. Right now the BEC is set at 8 volts. Okay, I've got the program card plugged in to the master to the left port. The right port is running up to the receiver. The slave coming out of the ESC comes up and the power and the negative are running into the receiver and the signal is off to itself. Alright, now as I go through the program card, I've got it set at 18 degrees, timing, brake is off, cutoff type. Now on that particular one the LED is missing, so on the cutoff type, AccuType, I've got it on slow down and LiPo. Cutoff voltage 3.1. Cells 6 volt. Now when I get down to special functions, I go over to stop. Radio is at the lowest point. Throttle hold is on. Enter. I go over to full speed. Throttle hold is off. Throttle is all the way up. Enter. Did you hear that different beep? Now, if I was to go through this again, it may give me full speed. Okay, did you hear that beep? Now, I go on to press both buttons, hold them for 2 seconds, let go, we're blinking. Okay, now I'm back onto the second page. I've got freewheel on and governor store. So I'm going to go back, freewheel on, enter, governor store, enter. I've got the P gain at 0.9, I gain at 0.05, startup speed, heli middle, PWM frequency 8, auto 1 to 32%. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unplug the pack. Okay, I'm going to disconnect the master. Now I'm going to plug the master. I'm going to set the phone down for a second. Plug the master back into the throttle connection. Okay, so I've got it plugged back into the throttle. Slave is still plugged in to the receiver. Now I'm going to remove the receiver wire from the program card. I'm going to remove it from the receiver. Okay, so now program card is done. Alright, master is hooked to throttle, slave, positive, negative, is hooked into the receiver. Okay. Now, radio is still on. I'm going to lower it down. I'm actually going to shut it off. I'm going to turn it back on. Alright, throttle holds off. All the switches are the way they should be. And we're down to 0 throttle. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug the receiver or the battery back in. Okay. Now, it just gave us our initialization and the 6 beeps, telling us it's a 6 cell. Okay? Now, it should be beeping, from what I understand, 1 beep, stop, 1 beep, stop, so that I could set the endpoints on my transmitter. Now, if I was to give it any throttle, I'm at just under half stick there. Now you see what I've got. If I was to go all the way up, the motor would twitch just slightly and bind. And it did it. Now I've got a solid light, and that's what it keeps doing to me over and over and over. So I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I definitely need somebody's help.